What's good? So we're going to continue on with the dual showcases of units at 100% potential. This one is also a unit, or two units actually, that have been requested a few times since the Goku's Family category rolled out. So of course, the units I'm talking about are, one, the Super Physical Type Super Saiyan Angel Goku, or Super Kaioken Goku. Now this one is, both units are actually different between JP and Global. I'm only going to cover the JP version because this is, pretty much the ones that I have at 100% potential. But for the Super Kaioken Angel Goku unit, leader skill is Physical Type plus 2 Ki HP attack and defense increase of 70%. Pretty decent leader skill. You could probably use that as a secondary lead for Battlefield. For the super attack, the unit will cause immense damage to enemy while sacrificing 5% HP. So 5% HP doesn't sound like much, but over time, it definitely does add up. In terms of the passive skill, it's a Ki plus 4, attack increase of 120% at the start of the turn, but also medium chance to evade enemies' attack. Now that includes super attacks as well. In terms of links, you are looking at Prepared for Battle, that is plus 2 Ki, Shocking Speed plus 2 Ki. Super Saiyan 10% to attack. Kamehameha is 2500 when SA is launched. Over in a Flash is plus 3 Ki. Otherworld Warriors is 20% increase to attack, and then Shattering the Limit is also plus 2 Ki. This unit falls into three categories: Pure Saiyans, Full Power, and Goku's Family. Again, the showcase will pretty much just have these units on the Goku's Family category. At 100% potential, the unit has the following stats. HP of 14,363, attack is 13,371, and defense is 9,190. 12 Ki Multiplier for this unit is 140%. Now moving on to the free-to-play unit, which is the Super Saiyan Angel Goku unit. It is a Super Strength type. Leader skill is Super Strength types Ki plus 2 HP attack and defense increase of 50%. Super attack will cause supreme damage to enemy. And then for the passive, it's Ki plus 4 at the start of the turn, and also a great chance of attack increase of 80% and defense increase of 40%. So decent little attack boost there. Links, you are looking at All in the Family, that is 15% to defense. Golden Warrior is plus 1 Ki, enemies defense minus 2000. Super Saiyan is 10% to attack. Kamehameha is 2500 when SA is launched. Saiyan Warrior Race, attack increase of 700. And Otherworld Warriors is 20% to attack. This unit only falls into two categories, which is Pure Saiyans and Goku's Family. At 100% potential, you are looking at HP of 10,640, attack is 9,655, and defense is 6,234. 12 Ki Multiplier is 130%. The good thing about this unit is the super attack can be launched at 9 or more Ki once SA level is maxed, so that's pretty decent. And the great chance with the passive skill, that equates to about a 70% chance of that secondary active skill or passive skill activating. Now, these two units both have the Otherworld Warriors of 20% to attack. That is a link skill both of them share. So for this showcase purposes, I did link these two units together throughout the video. I figured it'd be a good occasion to just pair these units up and see how they do. And, I know, honestly, so the Super Kaioken Angel Goku unit, I gave this unit level 11 additional attack, level 15 criticals, which is perfectly fine. But I think, once you go through a couple of super attacks and also being hit by the enemy, the HP levels can definitely slowly deplete. So the alternative, I think, setup you might want to go with is, a heavy focus on criticals and also the evasion levels. The reason why I say that is because the unit does have a medium chance to evade enemies' attack. That is a 25% chance equivalent, so 1 in 4 chances essentially. But from my testing, it seems like he doesn't really dodge a whole lot. When it does, it does, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? So you might be better off offsetting some of that with, maybe just focusing on criticals and evasion. Now, the super attack itself doesn't have any special status effects or anything on the enemy. It's just a flat immense damage and sacrificing 5% HP. So, even though I went with 11 and 15 distributions, that's certainly an option for you. And now, in terms of the free-to-play strength unit, I did go pretty much full crit, so it's like level 6 additional attack and level 20 criticals. This unit really doesn't have any sort of, again, status effects with the neither super attack or passive skill, so I just figured I'd go with the unit trying to hit as much as possible with the criticals activating as frequently as possible, basically. So honestly, the strength unit isn't bad. The good thing about that unit is, again, it does only require a Ki meter of 9 or more to get the super attack. That could certainly help distribution of Ki to some of the other units that do help, make sure to get their super attacks out of the way, so certainly different ways to go about it. Again, both the units are pretty solid in my opinion. They're not the greatest, obviously, and even the Super Kaioken Angel Goku unit, it's pretty good, but I think, there's a little bit of limitations. I think, it's nice that for the 5% HP sacrifice from the super attack, they kind of compromise that a little bit by providing a medium chance to evade enemies' attacks. So that certainly does help a little bit. It just seems like my personal experience, the medium chance to dodge really doesn't activate a whole lot. But at the end of the day, it still is a 1 in 4 chance. Now, let's go ahead and compare how that is to the global version, actually, because I'm looking at it right now. So, looks like the difference mainly comes from the super attack. Instead of 5% sacrificing HP, which JP has, the global version is 7%. Now, in addition to that, the passive skill looks to be JP having plus 4 Ki attack increase of 120%. Global has basically Ki plus 3 and attack increase of 100% when HP is 50% or above. So not only is the boost less, there's also a restriction that HP has to be above 50%. In addition to that, of course, there's not even a medium chance to dodge enemy attacks as part of the secondary passive for that. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I don't know if they're ever going to change it or not. I doubt it, but it is what it is, I guess. For the strength version, the first thing you can notice is that the types are different. So JP has it as the strength type versus global where it's an intelligence type. Now, looks like this one is definitely shorted compared to the JP version because JP for the super attack is supreme damage, whereas the global version is extreme damage. However, that is offset a little bit by raising attack for 3 turns, so maybe that gets a little bit closer to supreme, I don't know. In terms of the passive, what I notice is, looks like JP has the Ki plus 4 at the start of turn and then great chance of attack increase of 80% and defense increase of 40%, whereas global has a high chance of Ki plus 2 and attack increase of 80%. So the chances are a little bit less, plus there's a lack of defensive boost, also less Ki boost as well. I think the high chance from what I'm reading is 50% versus the great chance, which is a 70%. So yeah, definitely a little bit less. Looks like global got a little bit shorted on that. However, I think, it was released in JP a lot later than when global got it. So I think because of that, they probably needed to update the stats for the units when they were released on JP. I mean, that's probably what makes most sense out of it. I don't think it's just necessarily they wanted to piss off global players and piss in their cereal, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that's, at the end of the day, like, however way you take it, developers aren't intentionally going out to piss people off, you know what I mean? Like, even though it might come across that way, there's probably layers and layers upon reasons as to why they do certain things, so that's probably, I talked about it in the last video, but that's my take on it. Again, like I said in the last video, I do feel for global players at times, especially again, with the free-to-play hit units and whatever, definitely feel for you guys on that. But, hopefully things are a little bit more evened out, distribution-wise. There's more level playing field, I guess, in a way. But, that's all I can say about that, and we can only hope for the best, I guess. Back to the Super Kaioken Goku as well as the free-to-play Angel Goku. Both the units are pretty solid. They're not the greatest, but they're decent. That's probably my best compiling opinion about these two units. Of course, the physical version is much better because it is a summonable unit. The free-to-play version's not too bad. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend Rainbow in the unit, but it's an okay unit at the end of the day. But that's about the extent of it. But yeah, I mean, this is, again, the showcase for the 100% potential Super Physical Type Super Kaioken Angel Goku, and then the free-to-play Super Saiyan Angel Goku. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I do appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Alright, peace out.